What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And no, your eyes are not deceiving you. I feel like I say this anytime I play a different game, but this is XDefiant. And no, I'm not done with Call of Duty. You're going to continue to see Call of Duty content on this channel. We do have a big Season 4 update next week, so we're going to be diving into that. But considering that this week was kind of a slow update for Call of Duty and XDefiant was released, here we are. And when I started making videos and started streaming, I wanted to not be locked into just Call of Duty. Call of Duty is my favorite game. It is the game that I am the best at this moment in time. But the past 5 years or so, Call of Duty has, I'm going to say it's kind of boom in popularity and discussions about Call of Duty. But I feel like people aren't really speaking that positively about Call of Duty. If you look at Call of Duty, everyone's trashing it. Everyone's talking about how this game, XDefiant, is going to kill Call of Duty. So being a streamer and a video game content creator, you don't want to be locked into a game that is more or less dying. So I do want to spread my wings out a little bit. And if you've been paying attention to the streams recently, you'll notice that I have been slipping in a little bit some Fortnite into there. And I would like to dive into some other games. No pun intended. Helldivers 2. Now, before I dive into the XDefiant gameplay before you, I just wanted to thank anybody that has liked, watched, or commented on anything that I've been doing recently, whether it's my streams or my videos. It helps me out tremendously in growing the channel, and just what you guys have been doing for me has been growing the channel. It's been continuing to grow, and it's been awesome. I am not going to stop. Now, moving forward with this XDefiant gameplay, I believe I'm using the P90 the majority of the gameplay. I started out with the ACR. The ACR is like my favorite gun in all of these kind of shooter games. I just love the way the gun looks. Even if it performs like trash, I kind of usually try to gravitate towards it and try to unlock it and kind of try to make it good. So when this game came out, that was one of the first guns that I unlocked. To unlock the ACR, you do have to get 10 long shots with an assault rifle. Depending on the game mode, it can be difficult or easy, so just pay attention to what game mode you are, and you can probably unlock that very easily. It's a decent gun, the ACR. It's got some range to it and some damage. You just got to be able to control the recoil there. But moving forward with the P90 here, the P90 is absolutely fantastic. It's got good iron sights, you've got that 50-round magazine, and then the mobility is just off the charts. I did realize that it has a decent amount of range as well. It's just an all-around great gun. I think I drop about 50 kills in this game, and I think that's the most kills I've gotten in an XDefiant match thus far. Now, XDefiant versus Call of Duty. So everyone online is kind of calling XDefiant the Call of Duty killer. And what does that really mean? I guess everyone kind of wants a replacement for what Call of Duty kind of was. I want to say around the Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 era, where you could kind of load in and just lose hours of your life. Literally, you would just load in and then you would turn around and it's like, oh shit, I've got a whole bunch of stuff I got to do with my life now because 5 hours have gone past and I've just played Call of Duty with my friends. So I feel like people kind of want to get that nostalgic era of Call of Duty back, where a lot of people that are into video games are kind of gravitating to Call of Duty, whether you're a big sports video game guy or you're not even into video games really at all, but your friends kind of push you into it. It kind of seemed like Call of Duty was kind of that place that everybody kind of came together and kind of played together. And every time a new Call of Duty was released, we would kind of all come together and play it. And that's still the case to this day for the most part. But I think what people want out of their COD killer, they want that nostalgic, just jump on and just have fun. No skill-based matchmaking, no YouTubers or TTVers in your game, doing all sorts of ridiculous, crazy stuff, or the TikTokers doing crazy stuff for content. It's like, there are still people that are doing that, but it's a new game. It's XDefiant. It's not Call of Duty where people are kind of doing their established thing over there. And I think that's what people really want. It's not so much as, is it going to be a Call of Duty killer just in terms of, is it a good FPS game that's kind of similar to Call of Duty? I think people kind of want more out of their video game and just kind of lose their life, not just feel like they're working. I mean, Call of Duty feels like work at this point. Now, the differences between XDefiant and more modern Call of Duty, and when I say modern Call of Duty, I'm saying any Call of Duty that's come out after Modern Warfare 2019. The biggest difference between the two is kind of just the gunplay and how the guns perform when you shoot them. In modern Call of Duty, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's kind of designed, RNG really, designed to throw your aim off, whether that's aim idle sway or your weapon bloom. The recoil in general is usually random. You don't really have the same recoil pattern, even if you're using the same gun with the same attachments every time, which is very frustrating with Call of Duty. There doesn't really seem to be uniform there. But when you look at XDefiant, it's more reminiscent of the early Call of Duties, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, where you pick up the gun, you aim it, and you shoot it, and the bullet goes straight, and it goes right where you want it. It's hit scan, more or less. And Call of Duty doesn't really have that right now. It seems like you shoot your gun. There's a whole bunch of all other nonsense that's going on. This game, it's pretty simple to pick up. You pick it up, you point your gun, and you shoot, and it goes where it's supposed to go. And I do think that that is XDefiant's probably its biggest selling point moving forward here. They say that any good video game that's, meant to designed to be good is easy to pick up, very easy for just anybody to kind of pick it up and just start playing, but difficult to master. And I'm not necessarily sure if XDefiant is very, very, very difficult to master, but it's definitely easy to pick up, especially considering that so many people, especially video game fans, have picked up Call of Duty, any Call of Duty in the past 20 years. We've picked it up, we've tried it, we all have our favorite Call of Duty, and obviously this is based on that game. It's not the same, it's not one-to-one, but it's based off of it, and people that are willing to just kind of try it, they're probably going to enjoy it, just picking up and running around and feeling like you're not being bogged down by EOMM or SBMM, which is ruining Call of Duty. And XDefiant did kind of come out the gate and say, hey, in our unranked or our public playlists, there is no SBMM or EOMM. Now, in my testing or in my experience, mostly I would say that is true. Every now and then you do get put into a lobby where it seems like your bullets aren't registering, or it seems like the enemy team just seems to be better. Maybe they're communicating better, or they're just honestly just better at the game. Their aim is better. They know more about the game. They're higher levels. It happens on occasion. And then you get those more potato lobbies, which is kind of what you're seeing on screen here, where people aren't really even shooting back at me that much. So you're getting a mixed bag. So on the surface, it does seem like there is no matchmaking system in this mode. It just seems like you're just kind of thrown in and you play. But there are some games where it does kind of seem a little bit iffy, and you almost feel like you're in an SBMM COD lobby. I don't know what that is. For the most part, I haven't experienced too much of it. There was one game where I absolutely had to back out, but I didn't feel like the enemy team was way better than me, or I felt like I was put into a skill lobby that I couldn't handle. I personally felt like my bullets weren't registering, and it was a whole bunch of shoot first, die first, which any FPS player does not want to see. So I'm not sure what's going on with the matchmaking in this game. Again, on the surface and just kind of playing just for a few hours, it really does seem like there's no matchmaking whatsoever. It just seems like you're just being thrown in. But if you do play the starter playlist, or the playlist, like the welcome playlist, the very beginning playlist that they have, I think it's for any player under the level of 25. There is allegedly some matchmaking put into there, and I don't understand what that is. I don't know why you would put more matchmaking or SBMM in the primary playlist where you're under the level of 25, and not put something in, I don't know, the above level 25. But they made their decision, they made their choices, and obviously their ranked mode has SBMM or EOMM in it, so you're going to be playing a lot of sweaty players that are going to want to win, the whole nine. But again, my personal experience, the matchmaking has been excellent. That's probably been one of the biggest reasons why I kept playing on stream yesterday. I mean, I streamed for about 10 hours yesterday playing just XDefiant, and it was noticeable. When you're playing Call of Duty, you just kind of, you might have one or two good games, especially kind of right when you log in. It definitely seems like Call of Duty kind of within your first like 3 or 4 games, they give you a really solid game. But then after that, pretty much every game, if you continue to play all night, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And the things that you were able to get away with early in your game session, you're not able to get away with later on in your game session. Even if you're using the exact same weapon in the exact same way on the exact same maps, you're going to notice a lot of differences. This game, it doesn't seem to be the case. It's game to game. Things are a little bit different. This game, obviously, I had a really good game, but then I had some other games where I wasn't doing so well. So it's definitely a mixed bag. I'm liking the matchmaking system. But overall, that is the commentary. I just want to reiterate that if you do like more XDefiant, or you want to see more XDefiant on the channel, definitely like, definitely share, definitely comment, and I will definitely start to post more. And I'm definitely going to be streaming a lot more of XDefiant over Call of Duty, just because of the matchmaking and just the ease of play and just the more fun that I'm having playing XDefiant. And again, I do want to reiterate, Call of Duty's not going anywhere. I am going to be making a big video next week for the update when we get the new weapons for Call of Duty Season 4. We are getting the STG-44, the World War II assault rifle, kind of looks like an AK-47. And then we're getting the SPAS-12. I'm not exactly sure which version of the SPAS-12 we're getting. If we're getting the original Modern Warfare 2 SPAS-12, if we're getting the Black Ops 1 SPAS-12. Honestly, I don't think anybody really cares. I think most people love the SPAS-12, whatever version you're going to get. It's usually a really good shotgun. And we are also getting the fan favorite. Well, it could be the fan favorite, but the Car 98 is returning. We're just not sure which version we're going to get. I don't think it's been confirmed yet anyway in the game files. Are we getting the Car 98 from Modern Warfare 2019 that everybody wants? Or are we getting the Car 98 from Vanguard that it wasn't terrible or unusable? It's a Car 98. It's Car 90 fucking 8. It's a good gun, but the Vanguard version just was weird. It just was weird. It wasn't snappy. It didn't have the sprint to fire speed. It wasn't a quick scope gun. We want the Modern Warfare 2019 version. We want to be able to run around on Rebirth with our original Car 98. So hopefully they make the right decision there. But that is it for the gameplay. Again, please like and comment. And I will be back next Thursday with a big Call of Duty video for Season 4. And keep an eye out on the streams. I am streaming Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, starting at 12. We go till at least 8 o'clock. If I'm having fun like XDefiant, I will go a lot later. It just depends on what's going on. And we will be back with another video next week. I am out. Peace.
Got the invisible guy. He tried to sneak up on us. He wasn't having any of that shit. They're coming from behind now. Look at this score. We gotta do something about this. Are they gonna come push? Sit down, son. Let's go!
Tomorrow, la revolución. In my day, I tried to stay under the radar, but okay.
I mean, 52? And the most time? Did you unlock it? I pray you did.
GG's.
Oh. Got you. I should restart my game. See what frames I'm getting.